Episode 7. Yeah.
Good to be here.
So far, the players Gotho, Fora, and Randall have just recently met Randall in a troll's cave, found amidst a pile of burnt and dead villagers being eaten alive by rats. They found Randall, rescued him, and promptly entered a fight with a troll, accompanied by an NPC named Talon, who works with the hand that you guys were seeking. He quickly, Talon, brought you to a lower level of the cavern where you saw somebody that you, Fora, and Gotha were familiar with, Elenil, the Archmage from the 9th Army from which you guys hail from. An army that came over to Virhen from the continent Foltest to what you now have figured out is conquer the entire continent rather than save it like you two were misled. You went up to the tower amidst the city of Minath, met the Concord of Virhen, a small group of individuals, including a cat that can speak, that Fora spent a little too much time with. And we're told that you have to find the 3 tomes of Ascendance. And the first tome offered to you at the Temple of Ogma. The third, I believe, in... I'll find that on the notes. But as you guys sat around a table at Igor's Tavern, you, Fora, while you were ready to go, read a note from your mother, which you haven't heard from since you were a small child. And the note quickly detailed that she was in Tilstead, and she was okay and perfectly fine. Everything was well, and that she missed you and wanted to reach out. But in infernal scrawlings on the side, there read that she is trapped by the city and to seek Tomath, and that he can guide you. And that's where we will start the session again for, as you hold the note in your hands, just reading the part in Infernal on the sides. With you, Gotha, you can see it. Randall is fast asleep on the tavern table.
I believe I passed out, but I rolled a perception. You had me roll perception, and it was enough to where I was cognitive to hear what was going on, but I was not able to reply. So definitely
So you can you have kind of heard everything that's been explained, but it's been kind of muddled and watered down. Like you've heard things like Ogma, the tomes of Ascendance. You've heard Fora read some of the note, but didn't
got the
hear
bullet points.
You kind of have little pieces.
At this point, you're pretty sure Fora's mother is named Ogma and has all 3 tomes of Ascendance.
That's what I believe.
Just to roll through it again, because I have the info. The Tome of Knowledge, you were told, is in Grey Peak at the top of the mountain. And there is the Tome of Responsibility, located somewhere in Minath, which you were told was on a ship, but the ship has since disappeared and they can't find it. You're also all given stones that I believe glow with the arrow in the direction of where the nearest tome is.
I believe Gotho has mine.
Yeah.
I believe Gotho, I pulled mine out when I was under the influence of some very gnarly ass cherry weed from the vendor, and I believe I pulled mine out and was like tomes, and Gotho has mine.
Yeah, really quick. Let me go through the where was your most recent save? Fora made her save. You failed one save, and then the next save that you failed on the cherry weed, you passed the fuck out completely. That was what it was. You rolled a nat 1 and you passed the fuck out completely.
I got to re-roll that one though.
Oh yeah, you did re-roll it, but it was still lower, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And then we rolled your perception check.
So it's your call.
Fora, you stand there or sit there with the note in your hands, just having read this. It's all yours.
It doesn't make any sense. Why should this come to me now? I don't understand. Where did you say you got this letter from again?
Talon, it was the boy as we were in the tower. He ran in, threw the note at us, and we kind of got rid of him quickly as it was an important meeting. If you remember, I just passed it to you as he walked out. It was just addressed to you.
And do you know where this place is?
Tilstead? Roughly 3-4 days.
Ugh.
March east. It's just above the desert. And you guys remember from the map. I'll show you guys the map really quickly, just to be 100%. It's just above the Wuwold stronghold, which is above Zalum and Melston.
Mm-hmm. Right between the Fairy Woods and the Withered Woods.
Yeah, it's from what you've been told, you, Fora, and you, Gotho, from what you two have been told in like the kind of the dossiers from the army and the reports, is that it's like a relatively perfect town. Nothing bad goes on there, nothing bad happens. It's one of those, everything is fantastic.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Everything is okay. And it has a couple of farms to the north and the south, and you two can remember that the plans were from the army when you go in there to raise the farms and then attack the city through a siege.
Gotho would have never read said reports, so hopefully Fora remembers.
Well, it would have been spoken about like on the trip over. There would have been like a small plan for every single city as you guys were going to systematically work your way west up the coast, east, and then down into the middle.
So it is one of the 9 cities.
It is
like
it's one of the 9 free cities. Yes.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
one of the 8.
And everything's
now.
fine.
And how close is this city to a tome?
Really quick. There's a tome in Minath, a tome in Karandir, which is on an island outside of Padias.
Yep.
And then there's one over the one that you guys are going to the east of Grey Peak, right there on the map, if you guys can see it.
Oh, God.
And
Okay.
That's the one I remembered.
yeah,
Wait, there's
so
one-
it's
there's
kind
one
of
in Minath? There's one in Minath, though?
yeah. There's
The one that was lost on the ship, right?
Yes,
or that
correct.
was supposedly... Okay.
correct. So
mean,
yeah, you guys
wow.
remember from the map, like it's Tilstead is kind of like in the middle-ish, just off to the
Yeah,
side. There's
it's
no
not
tome around
really-
it.
It's not really on the way.
No.
Well, if we were going to hitch a ship to Karandir, Tilstead would be on the way towards the coast. But
No,
then
we're-
again,
We're already on the coast with Minath.
we're on the wrong coast.
Yeah.
It loops around. It
We're on
loops
the
around.
wrong end of the continent.
We'll go around. We'll go around
the
and take the
other
coast.
coast.
Yeah, you guys are currently in Minath on the top northwest
I know,
portion.
but we could it'd be a long voyage, but I'm a seafaring person. I seafare, I fare, I see. Yeah.
I see me too, but that doesn't mean I want to sail all the way around the continent.
We can do it for free, is all I'm saying. We could easily get a ship and do it for free with my sailor's intuition. Just saying.
His Talon, just kind of watching you, Gotho, and
I'm
Fora
sorry, I'm
exchange.
passed
No, you guys are exchanging kind of confused looks. Kind of sees the hurt in your eyes. Fora, what is wrong? What does it say? What exactly is the issue?
Mm. My mother is not safe.
Oh,
This letter,
yes.
there is another language on the side. Do you speak Infernal?
No, I never have.
On the side, it basically is a cry for help. And I'm not sure how to take this because my parents were both, I thought, dead.
Yes.
But I don't know what to do.
Why would they send letter for Fora
I don't know.
Minath Tower?
I don't know, Gotho. I mean, how would they even know where I was? It must mean that someone is keeping some sort of eye on me, or they're not my parents at all, and it's a trick. My first thought is that it is a trick.
Well, I mean, how would they know that you speak Infernal?
It is a city full of wizards.
It is.
Everything is a trick.
And I am a tiefling, and it is pretty common knowledge that tieflings do speak Infernal.
True. Yes. I know. Once you get to Minath, it's quite easy to deliver mail. It's all you have to think of is the person, and it will lead you there. I assume that's how the boy found us. But keeping track of you outside of Minath, we just came from Meningothia down the coast. So peculiar indeed. I'm not sure.
Can you take us to that town through Purple Place?
Well, I can. We have to go get the Tome of Knowledge. I'm not sure. I'd have to ask.
But it could be my mother.
I
haven't seen her since I was a child.
Well, roll a persuasion check.
Oh no.
Give me a quick persuasion check. I actually have Talon as a character now.
Fuck.
He's
we
gonna roll
kind of need it. We kind of need him at this point.
Yeah, he's gonna roll insight against you. Can I do this as Talon? There we go. Thankfully, it'll be confusing if I'm rolling.
Fuck.
Any?
You had disadvantage on that, right? Like,
I completely forget what the opposite to perception. Oh no, it would be perception. So actually, he's gonna. Would it be insight or perception? Jesse, do you know?
It's insight.
It is it? Okay.
If they're trying to persuade somebody, they need to have insight into your character to see.
I can ask, but I can't go there on a whim. We can only use this realm with some sort of watery permission. It's
No,
This
I
person's life is not a whim.
yes. Okay, you roll a persuasion check as well. Yes, but I can ask, but we have to go get the Tome of Knowledge. It's mandatory. It's our first step onto the path of getting the Books of Ascension to make sure the construct can ascend. That is vital. If we don't do this, then thousands, hundreds of thousands, maybe exaggeration, could die.
I'll ascend. Ha! Boom!
I'm glad he is.
The halfling lives.
Yeah, roll me another con save just to kind of see if you wake up now. That's exactly like as you did it, you just kind of shoot up with that whatever you had said, and just you're awake immediately.
I'll ascend right now. Boom!
Oh,
What are we talking about? Who's got that cherry weed, huh?
good to have you again, Randall.
Something about the purple place?
Yes.
Would you like another hit?
I would love one, my dear.
Take the pro-offered pipe.
Con save.
Zeroes it right there.
Give you advantage because you just came out of it. And you just kind of take it in for the first time. It's
Any
perfect.
breakfast?
It's perfect. There's a cherry exhale. No burning of the lungs. You've mastered it now.
I'm surprised you took
I
that.
have
like a man.
mastered this pipe. I could get used to this.
Well, don't go passing out again. We must. I am so sorry for. Perhaps on the way back, maybe you could take a shortcut from the Grey Peak on foot. But we must go get the Tome of Knowledge right now.
If it is our
Shortcut
priority.
on foot.
Exactly, Gotho. I have no idea what he means.
Why? I mean, walking. I mean, a delay, not a
Walking
shortcut.
is not
we
a
have.
shortcut.
Okay, well, yes, I have the shortcut. We do the Azuth realm is shortcut. The purple way, as you call it. Yes. I'm at a loss. I wish I could help.
If that is our only plan, then we must go with that plan. It is our first priority to find the tomes. Then we will go find the tomes.
Gotho turns to Fora and says, "If we save Mother, but not rest of the world, perhaps we have wasted time."
Do you say that in Infernal?
No, he just says it.
Save her mother? What's going on, love?
Ah, fuck. He was asleep. For you best share the details.
Actually, he was awake back when we got the letter, wasn't he?
He was awake, yes, but
But she
Fora-
didn't read it.
Or she
Yeah,
read it.
yeah.
Right.
So how the last session played out was you guys were talking about it. He described where the tomes are.
I passed out before she got to the
Yeah,
Infernal.
you guys said, okay, let's go tonight, and then Fora read the letter, and that was when we ended the session. So you guys agreed.
What
to go
is
tonight.
wrong with your mother, my dear?
Randall, I don't even know if it is my mother. It's a letter.
Not your mother?
Someone who is claiming to be my mother in Tilstead, who needs help, and
We shall help her.
I slam my hand down on the table.
but
We shall help her immediately.
but
Right?
think of the rest of the world, Randall.
The rest of the world be damned. Your mother's not safe. Have to get this taken care of. Let's go, my dear. Chop, chop. Go through. What are you standing about for?
And
We should be
Fora-
rescuing the
Or I
damsel.
can't help but.
Because
Or I can't help
Gotho does not know where Tilstead is.
It's somewhere over that way. I'm sure of it.
Fora smiles
Points
at
out
his
random.
energy and how
Yeah.
infectious it is.
And she says, my halfling friend,
Yes.
it's a matter of saving the world. My mother is but one person, and I cannot even assure you or me or anyone that is really my mother sending me this letter. We must follow Talon. We must find the tomes first.
Might I see the letter?
Yes, of course. She hands him the letter.
I want to like he pores over this letter with
Okay.
every fiber of his insight, and
Okay.
then saying, like, okay, is this for real? The letter,
Okay.
having no knowledge of
100.
Forrest.
Yeah, roll me an insight check.
Okay. Insight.
Insight. This is the letter, man. This is the letter. Like, you pour over it. It's got the infernal on the side. It says dearest Aura. At the
It's
bottom
obvious.
it says mother. That is the letter from her.
It's obvious.
To you, it is the most sincere thing in the world.
It's definitely your mother. I can tell. It says right here at the bottom.
Gotho pulls it from his hands as he says that and says, "This is paper."
Quite right, my friend.
Well,
Might try another hit of that.
should we? No more cherryweed. I am not risking it. We have to go. We have to go. You said you wanted to leave tonight.
What more?
Well, Elspeth's sister thought it was funny.
That was my wife. That's Molly.
Oh, that was Molly? I thought that was
That was
Elspeth's
Molly.
sister.
No,
Oh.
that was.
No, that's Molly.
I thought it was my cat.
No,
Molly's
wait
laugh sounds like a cat confirmed.
Wait for the laugh from Molly in like 10 seconds because delay. You take another hit, another just bout of coughs. You have
Yes, let's save your mother. I'll
You're gonna
save
be-
your mother right now.
you're gonna be coughing for like the next 20 to 30 minutes because
Oh,
of how
God.
ragged
I'm
your
gonna
lungs are.
save the role play on that just because of the stitches in my mouth.
Yeah, probably.
I will be coughing.
You have a disadvantage on stealth checks for the next half an hour.
Awesome. All right.
And Talon just should.
Why
We
do
just-
you keep breathing that when it makes it hard to breathe?
We should
It makes you feel alive. Makes you struggle for that next fresh breath of life in your lungs.
Let us follow Talon. This is very important. We have to
Yes.
stay on task.
Thank you. Thank you.
As long as we save your mother, dear. Ha ha! Boom!
And up from the
Just-
table.
Unnerving that she is the rational one in this situation. Come. Okay. Come. Igor.
Rational.
Means she doesn't have a rash, my friend. At least I hope not.
Igor?
Boom!
And he like
Okay.
kind of hails Igor from the bar. Can we use the basement? Igor, hello, my friend. Yes, of course you can use basement. Please, what are you doing? You're doing some of the hocus pocus. Okay, please do not near the vintage. Okay, it is in back left corner. Do not go near vintage. You may use it. Keep that shit out of top section of tavern, and top section of tavern. No hocus pocus. Kind of shows you guys where you already know the basement has been, as you guys are familiar with the basement of Igor's tavern.
Real quick, the tavern layout is the same every time we bump into Igor, right? It's the same layout of the tavern.
For the most part, in Meningother, in Greyholm, and now in Minath, the tavern has been the exact same.
Good to know.
Igor
Even the
has been wearing
patrons.
no, not the patrons. The patrons,
Or
the
dies.
patrons are different every time. They're always dressed accordingly. Like here, everyone's wearing like little robes of silk, and it was a little cold outside, so some of them have some fur scarves. Down in Meningother, it was like kind of farmers folk. In Greyholm, it was soldiers and such. So different patrons every time, but it's the same layout every single time. And Talon just wonderful. Okay, to the basement, and he immediately sets off downstairs. You guys all coming down with him?
Randall is right at his heels.
Yeah.
As soon as we're in the
Where's
basement,
Randall?
Randall wants to move to the back left corner and
Okay.
see what the good stuff was. That,
Okay.
yeah.
There's a large barrel, as in 5-6 times your size, kind of on its side. Hasn't
Is it tapped? Has it been-
nope. Cork's still in and everything. Hasn't been tapped. Just sitting there, and then in big like red letters just says no on it.
You know, if you flip that over, it would say on. I think it's a clue.
No, that's not Randall.
So
It's-
dumb.
you've had too much cherryweed. Okay. But all right. Well, you guys already know the ritual.
Is there another drink immediately available in the basement?
No.
Like, is there really nothing?
There's nothing.
All right.
Everything
All right.
around you is currently untapped. It's really bizarre because like
Randall just wants to live life. Man. That's
everyone in the bar is
Alright.
is drinking, but all
Everyone
of
in the
these
bar is
casks
aware
are
of
untapped.
Randall. Okay, this is
Um,
the one. Okay.
So
I'll come back for you later, I tell the giant keg. And then it's on. Ha ha! Boom!
I see what you did there. That was good.
I'm pretty good, my dear.
Mm-hmm.
Gotho doesn't even.
Puts an arm around him.
Gotho has not even cracked a smile this whole time. He's just kind of staring.
Gotho's always stone-faced, man. Except for that one time. Yeah, after like 5-10 minutes pass, you see like now that Talon's done it a couple times in the past few days, he's kind of picking up on it quickly again, just draws the runes very quickly. Come into the circles. As you guys can see now, the runes just glowing blue on the floor. The same ones that you recognize, nothing's different. And
So he's noticeably faster at doing this.
Yeah,
As though-
yeah. Like last time, it took him 10 minutes. You kind of get the feeling it might have been like 15 earlier, and maybe he hasn't done this in a while.
Okay, either he hasn't done this in a while or he's very new at this.
Hmm.
We could take it either way. All right. But we noticed that just from the way he's actually drawing out the circle.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
cool.
like the circles are much more perfect rather, not perfect.
Perfected.
And he kind of just ushers you guys all to stand in. You guys stand in, and again throws a small white stone into the middle, and just stomps on it. And as the second he stomps on it, just the whole world, in the blink of an eye, just immediately back in the purple, vast landscape of Azuth's realm. You guys know, once again, on a path. No distinguishable things or landmarks or anything. Roll me a perception check really quick.
I'm specifically looking for footprints, namely our footprints, but or any type of markings in the sand, really.
You go though, like immediately looking around for Ymir that you guys had seen in your last passage. There's nothing in sight for you. You're still kind of reeling from the sudden hue change of a dark and like gloomy basement to just suddenly everything is a bright light purple, kind of overcast. As you look around, Randall, there's no footprints in your immediate vicinity, but about like 30, maybe 40 feet away, you can see just kind of a cluster of them.
Can I go over there and inspect further?
Yeah. Roll me an investigation check. You kind of count 1, 2, 3, 4 slightly larger feet, 2 small sets of feet, 1 oddly shaped foot. Is that Forrest's foot? This is the set of feet.
This is us.
This is you guys from when you first came into Minath.
Is it just from when we first came into Minath?
Yeah.
All right. So this is. Do I see any signs amongst the footsteps of like where he drew the circles and the magic that he did to transport us, or is that?
No, there's just the footsteps of
Just
where
the
you guys were
footsteps.
standing in the circles, and then 1 boot print in the middle, but otherwise nothing.
Where he would have.
Not too far off, my friend. You're getting better at that.
Amazing. The footprints are still here. There's
Yes.
no breeze or wind.
There's no wind. Hasn't been
It's
wind in a long time.
spooky. I don't like it.
Seeing that the rest of them are kind of looking at the footprints, Gotho is gonna glance at the footprints on the ground and then also scan the vicinity as far as he can see, just to determine, are we the only people that have passed through here?
Okay. Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Would it not fall under survival?
You just want to. Okay, so survival for the footprints, and then perception for the general surroundings. Okay. What were you doing with the footprint check again?
I'm checking to see if it's just us or if there's anything out of the ordinary, or if they've been disturbed at all.
Okay. As you're looking around, you can see the general area around you within like 10 to 20 feet. There's nothing. A little bit ahead of you, kind of going back where you guys were, there are small scuff marks and 1 long drag mark of like a single, I'd say like the size of your sword if you lay it horizontally. Just a circular drag mark, almost like a massive snake, like a regular than average snake came through, bigger than average snake. As you look around the surroundings, since there's nothing to hide behind, you can see for like 200, 300 feet, just because there's nothing, and the light is just perfect. You can't see anybody around, or anywhere where anyone could hide.
Okay, so taking note of this dragging thing, Gotho's, I guess he's probably motioning towards Talon rather than his two party members, and
Yes.
he kind of bumps Talon and then he points at it and says, "What went here?"
Well, kind of walks a couple steps forward. And, I don't know, big friend. It's not. Were you dragging something on your way through?
No.
For Randall? I wasn't.
No, I
Could it be a pack?
don't remember.
No, not the size of a pack.
Randall stands up from where he was bent down, writing something in the sand a few feet away.
What?
Randall, what were you writing in this?
Oh, nothing, my dear. Never mind about it all. What's this dragged-looking thing?
Actually, come to think of it,
Can I do an investigation?
does
on-
Randall's bag drag behind him on the ground because he's so short?
Fuck you, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been dragging from his hip.
Gotho's looking. Gotho's looking at the bag being dragged behind Randall.
You mean my troll dick bag?
This is your troll dick
Yes.
bag.
Yeah, so as Randall stands up from
Alright.
writing in the sand, is he
There's
leaving
a
the same
same
line
market.
behind him?
Yeah, you can
Son
see.
of
You
a
can see
bitch.
like as he's there's like it's like
Is it some sort of a snake or something?
Gotho's
He's enormous.
Gotho's noticing now that Randall is making the same drag mark behind him as he approaches, and then he looks at that and then back down, and then he just kind of looks back at Talon and says, "Gotho, solve mystery."
oh what is it?
Well, do fill us in, friend.
Are we being followed?
He's just looking behind Randall now and not saying anything. He's just looking.
At this point, Randall is almost like a dog chasing his tail, but in like a 20-foot circle.
Yeah.
Like he picked up on his own trail at this point, kind of like following along this drag mark.
Talon just
My
kind of sits
God,
there
it's
and
enormous.
wow, Gotho, very perceptive of you. I wouldn't have. That's the troll dick, right? Does he still have that?
He does.
Oh,
Good,
God.
good eye, Gotho.
Very good. Right. To the Temple of Ogma on the Great Peak. Well, it'll be a while. And you guys...
Fora's just walking along. She's just kind of reading the letter over and over again. Just not in great spirits right now.
Mhm.
Gotho's good, like seeing her doing that, and he's always paying more attention to what she's doing than anything else anyway. So when he sees her doing that, he just kind of like matches her speed, walking up alongside her, and says, "When it is time to go, Gotho goes,
Thank you, Gotho. I
and
appreciate
Tomes can wait."
it. I wish I could say that, but I don't know. It's very, very hard to say where this letter came from, and if it's even really authentic. We don't know.
From about 10 feet behind Randall, it just goes,
Oh, it's real. It's very authentic.
Who means more, mother or world?
I still don't know the answer to that question.
When you find answer, tell me.
You guys continue to walk along. In the distance, about a 10-15 foot kind of circular shaped rock pointing upwards. And it starts to appear, gets closer and closer. And as you guys come closer, roll me perception checks really quick. You, Gotho, are the only one to notice, like, as you guys start to come up, Talon is instinctively just kind of walking towards it, and Euphora and Mittens, Euphora staring down, Mittens still looking behind, looking forwards at the trail. You see Talon just immediately, the fire lights up again, and then, and Euphora, you now hear it, as he just keeps closing his fist and opening it in the fire. Once again, reminded this is the rest spot. But, it's been about 6 hours. We should rest real quickly. 2 hours work with you? Did you get sleep enough when we came through here? We got another 6 hours ahead.
2
so-
hours is fine.
Okay.
I can do with a short rest, get off my weary bones, as they were.
Yes. And maybe put that pack up a little higher.
What's that?
That The
Oh,
pack.
son of a bitch!
Yeah, I look down. He notices the long footprints in the trail kind of going off into the distance.
Yes,
The last horse certainly crossed the finish line. Ha!
Gotho walks up to Randall, and he's doing the uncomfortably close, no perception of personal bubble routine, and is looking straight down at him from about 3 inches away.
Which means I'm like eye level with, yeah.
Hello, friend.
He points at the bag and just says, "Why you have that?"
It's for something very special later on. Don't worry. You'll see.
And get a tap on the buckle a little bit.
You'll see, my friends. Don't you worry.
Is it for a soup?
It is definitely not for a soup, my
Oh,
dear.
that's
No
a
soup that this would ever create should ever touch your fine lips.
I had a friend who made an excellent troll dick stew.
That's disgusting.
It's also not true.
Why would you lie to me? Why? We were suitors.
Then he walks off and kind of plops down, takes his troll dick bag and makes a pillow out of it. Kind of.
Talon just right.
It's been what? How many days since the troll?
It's been like not even a day, like a day, because you guys killed the troll. You rested 8 hours.
We took an 8-hour rest, and then
Yeah.
we took another 8-hour rest in the purple place.
So
Yeah.
it's been
Like a
it's been
day.
almost
Almost
like
a day,
probably
pretty
over
much.
24
Dude,
hours. Is it starting
this
to
is
smell?
not this is not Randall's first time transporting a troll cock, all right?
Is it starting to smell yet?
Did it
It's-
stop smelling?
It has never stopped smelling. It has been.
Well, let me rephrase. It already smelled. Is it starting to smell like decay as well?
Nah, there's
Decay?
nothing so far.
We're
And again, it's been like 32 hours so far since you guys have killed the troll.
Can we hit a timer on that? How long does it take for
We're gonna have to have an official decaying.
There's
dick
got
shot.
like a panel.
There's a okay, Randall, really quick, roll a d20 for decay, really quick. Just roll me a d20 for dick decay.
All right, hang on. Sorry guys. And a d20.
Yeah, it's pristine right now, still in great condition. It's kind of the blood is stained the sack. What?
It's
Guys,
Still
it's
smells
not
as horrid.
It's not actually Dungeons and Dragons. It's D&D stands for Decay and Dick.
Decay and dick.
decay and dick. What up?
Future GMs, remember that. Get a dick decay roll going. Just remember.
Decay roll.
It sounds like a like an investigator, like Dick.
My name's Decay.
like from what is it? Heavy Rain. Nam and Jaden.
Yeah.
Dick Decay from the FBI.
Dick Decay.
One of my viewers is
Decay
named
here with
Dr.
the top
Decay,
story.
and now I'm not going to be able to think of anything whenever
Just call
he
him
goes.
Dick Decay.
I'm going to call him Dr. Dick Decay from now on.
Right.
Yeah, no, I am.
As you guys settle down to rest, are you guys sleeping? You just taking a quick nap? Just a quick short rest?
Randall is more pissed off than
Okay.
anything else, having been completely let down as a suitor material.
Okay.
If we're
I'm just bitter about that, honestly.
if we're staying for 2 hours, then Gotha will sleep for probably half an hour, like
Okay.
take the
Yep.
necessary nap. But other than that, like the other hour and a half, he's just standing there watching.
Okay. Fora?
Fora's definitely napping. She
Okay.
had enough cherry weed. She's in for a nap. She just wants to kind
Yeah.
of cut up on this sand here and try to like. She grabs enough to try and make some sort of like sand pillow so she can on it.
Okay.
When Gotha sees her doing that, he hands her Jody's cloak
Oh.
with the blue flower still pinned on it too, so she knows exactly what it is.
Thank you, Gotho. She smells it. She puts it down on the pile of sand and just lays on it and thinks about her mom and thinks about Jody, and she kind of like adjusts the little pin, make sure that it's not falling off, and then goes to sleep.
You guys just kind of, you see Talon just quickly sit down, play with the fire a couple more times. Every time he opens his hand, the fire closes it, and then finally he too falls asleep. You, Gotho, as you sit down and get comfortable, slowly your eyelids start to close, feel heavier, and then sleep catches you, and there's not a conscious moment of when you know your eyes are closing and when you're sleeping, but it feels like the last thing you see is purple, and your eyes close, and you're immediately met yet again with the sight of your hand on the jade green pillar that stretches hundreds of feet up into the sky. And as your hand is fully pressed there, you can feel it pulling. You try to pull away, but your hand is immoved. It will not move, staying there almost glued to the pillar. You feel it almost pulling you in closer. As you have no control, your second hand places against the pillar. Noticing the exact same color as your right hand, is it? Yeah? Your right
His
hand?
left hand is the green one.
Left hand is the green one. You feel as if your arms now are on fire as this force is just pulling you closer and closer, and you're trying to push yourself away from it. And finally, one last kind of just concussive force, your hand's just fully against it now, and your fingertips start to creep black. And it's like ink across your skin, running down your right arm, solidifies into a strange tattoo of sorts as it crisscrosses and circles around your arm, going up to your shoulder. You can feel it burns as it goes across your chest. The left arm, the ink kind of spills into the green of your hand, and then is immediately back into the pillar as if somehow it was deflected. Fora, you again immediately see the picture of a moonlit cell, one single horn sticking out in the moonlight, as you kind of pull back from the cell, down the hallway, backwards, up a set of stairs, through another set of stairs, through a pair of doors. You're met with a picture of a man sitting there at a nice, regal oak desk, white hair, eyes that seem to just burn directly into where you are looking, or where you are. Smile flashes across his face. You can see he's got black armor on, small pin with a crest, and you see him mouth the words, "Hello." Jody, or Randall, sorry.
Fuck you, dude.
Still getting used to it. Jody, you see nothing. Randall, you see...
No. It's been four episodes.
Again, the visage of a burning stone temple. Not quite sure where the fire has come from, but the stone still cracking. The left side, as in the previous vision you had, completely demolished by a huge monstrous set of claws. And again, going up the snout of a reptile-like creature, the scales as big as your hands, the eyes, a vivid viridian green, vertical slits as they suddenly flash open, and fire just consumes you. You see fire shoot from the nostrils over the temple, kind of engulfing you, and you feel as if you're burning alive, and you all wake up immediately.
What color was the flame, Jay?
It was red.
Okay, thank you.
You all wake up immediately. Purple. Once again, free of the nightmare.
Hot damn! That was crazy.
Does he actually yell that when he wakes up?
Yeah, that's how Randall wakes up. It's just like a hot damn, and then sits there for a second.
Gotho's just perceiving that the same thing happened as last time, where they all had dreams, so he doesn't even react. He's just like making a mental note. Randall has those dreams too.
Randall inspects his cock pillow and sees if there's anything up with it. If like that's what's causing the dream, he inspects quickly his little cherry weed pipe, knocking it out, maybe cleaning it a little bit, seeing maybe this dream stuff. He's not down with this dream stuff. He's obviously disturbed, but not awake enough yet for conversation.
All of you roll me perception checks with advantage. Okay. You, Randall, as you're like inspecting the pillow and just kind of like taking the and you see like a single lock of your hair falls down, fringed, as if burnt by something. And Fora, as you
Do I smell it? Do I smell it at the same
you
time?
can smell burnt, yeah. It now hits you. It's kind of you smell the smell of something burning, as if human hair. You had your arms burnt before. You know exactly what it smells like. It kind of falls directly across your face, and it's shorter than it would be. Your bangs normally falling down to your chin. This is right into your nose. You, Gotho, you kind of quickly look down at your arm. Nothing. There's no tattoo like in the wild vision, but your left hand is sore and has a faint glow. It's not as if it was glowing as if something is inside it, but it's more of that pale green than usual. Or as you wake up, there is a single long strand of hair, white and silver. Could be Jody's, because it was Jody's cloak. But you don't remember his hair being that long.
Randall, as soon as the charred hair hits Randall's face and he realizes that his hair has been burned, quickly begins undoing. He has all of his hair is braided very carefully and done up in a big bun at the back of his head, his golden hair, and he immediately starts undoing this braid as fast as he can to see how much damage there really is. And once the braid is all done and untangled, it falls well down below his knees. So he's furiously trying to figure out exactly what's burnt, what's not burnt. Can this be salvaged?
It's just the one bang as you quickly like inspect, so and you guys see like Randall like almost wrapping himself in his hair, like just trying to like.
Obviously, a routine that Randall has for keeping track of the sheer amount of hair that he has coming off his head.
It's like a cloak. Almost.
Like
Randall, is everything all right?
I seem to have burned some hair. I think it might have been my cock pillow. I'm figuring it out. Don't mind me.
Oh.
He's furiously brushing out his hair at this point.
Did you happen to have any never mind.
We all did. Again.
You too, Gotho.
Randall freezes.
It must be this, yes, it must be this place. Oh, it's awful.
Same as before.
Yes.
The worst, most vivid and colorful dreams. I dreamt that I was anyone touching like a pillar or something, and I saw a man who said hello to me, but he did not look like a nice man. I just felt very alone and very scared.
Jay, is there some type of check I can make to see what I believe that I saw a dragon, but can I be sure of that by making a check? Would I be able to identify what I saw in my dream?
Yeah, you can like roll a history check. You really only saw like the face and the claw, but it was.
You know what I mean by what I saw.
It was a red and a red claw and a red face. So
okay.
you can
and
kind
it
of
big
presume.
enough deductive reasoning. I'm like it's probably a dragon. Like that's probably what Randall's.
Yeah, you'd be able to, the horns kind of coming off, you can only see a little bit of them, not the full extent, and again, like it was really only the face that you could see. It was almost like, again, like almost as if you weren't in your own body. It was, you were standing there, and then it zoomed in on its face, and then came back out following the fire into you.
I saw a burning temple. Not a good thing, really. The flames seem to have touched me as well.
At this point, that's when I really display my burned hair.
Oh, wow.
Single tear.
Was it a temple you have visited before?
No, I did not recognize this place. But it seemed to know me.
Gotho did not recognize his tower either.
Was it a different tower, Gotho?
Same tower.
Same tower.
Where is Talon in all this? Where is he still?
Talon's just kind of still groggily. You guys kind of look over and you see him just kind of jolt awake and.
Talon.
I take a few steps. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask.
Okay,
what did you dream?
I take the few steps across and kind of grab him by the scruff of the neck.
Yeah.
And I mean, because he's a halfling as well, but not really going rough with him, but just kind of like more showing fear, I guess, than showing like trying intimidation.
Good morning
Where
to
have you
you.
brought us, you bastard?
What?
And I give him like a small smack across the face, back and forth, to, like wake him up, not to like attack him, but
Randall.
Listen to me.
Oh, Good morning.
Burn my hair,
And at this point, his hair is tumbling down all around.
Gotho grabs each halfling and like pulls them apart from each other.
Wow.
Some of my hair gets caught in the.
Thank you, Gotho. Wow.
He's grabbing Talon and Randall by the scruff of the neck each, or actually by their clothes rather. And he kind of pulls them apart so their feet are like an inch off the ground. And
Talon's like, Gah! Gotho!
you bastard! I'll have you right now!
What? What?
Stop doing that.
I'm now fully aware. Gotho, okay. Gotho.
And then he
I'm
drops
fine.
him.
Okay,
He
thank
drops
you.
them
Oh,
both.
thank you.
Randall's immediately back on Talon as
What?
soon as it hit the ground.
You bastard!
Randall.
I have never dreamed this horribly in my life!
Gotho's trying to grab Randall again.
Oh.
It's fine. It's fine. He allows himself to be pulled away.
He's pulling him off him again.
I demand it!
And then now, like, Gotho uses his ginormous leg to just like step between them and look down at Talon and says, "Does Talon have dreams here too?"
Yes, yes. Oh, is that what it's about? Yes. I imagine yours was not... not pleasant either.
Dreams do not usually change people. And he holds up his hand.
Yes.
Randall leans out from around one leg and holds out his burned lock of hair.
Yes.
It burned my fucking hair!
Last straw. He just walks back to his cock pillow.
Yes,
And goes,
Listen, you are in a realm of magic. It is pure magic. That is all this is.
Get us the hell out of here!
We are walking there! But it is the side effect. Some say it divinates the
prophetic
future.
dreams? Do they come true?
Well,
Why
yes.
are they hurting us personally? Why do we feel these effects
Well,
if they're just dreams?
I've been through here many times. I've seen... Was it the same dream? I get the same dream every single time.
What do you dream?
My death. It is my death.
Oh shit. That
Yeah.
sucks.
Wouldn't come soon enough, if you ask me.
Hi! You see him, like, reach for the dagger at his hip. It was a dream.
Randall pulls his hair out of his eyes and glares at him.
They are said to be prophetic and divinating in nature, but none have actually ever come true. None that I'm alive. Why not?
As far as you know, yes.
Turns around, there's a dagger in his back. Oh, damn!
Oh no! No, if it is to be true, my death will come soon. In the coming weeks or months, and I guess you'll have your answer then.
How did you die?
Um,
Please, I just want to know. I'm not meaning to pry into your personal dreams, but it could be important.
You don't get strangled with a rope made of hair, do you?
No, and he kind of looks at you for from... It's different every time, but from one of you.
Oh.
Yeah. That is why I was immediately familiar with you upon seeing you. Bit shocking, yes. But it's just how it is. They're just dreams, right? It wasn't Randall, I know that. Or else I would have been scared just now.
You better be scared, buddy.
This Randall is furiously trying to get his hair back to rights at this point, getting it.
How many times you see this dream?
Well, I've passed through here 10, 11 times. The first
10.
was different. It was by the hands of Elenil.
And
What?
in these dreams, Gotho kills you? Or Fora?
There was one, once, with a quarterstaff. The other, now, the most recent, was a warhammer. That one, on your back. But, it's really nothing. It's a side effect of the realm. It's nothing more, guys. Nothing more. That's all it is. You kind of...
Well, if it's nothing more, then why do you look so nervous about it?
Wow.
Yeah, I'd like to have an insight onto what he's saying right now.
Okay, yeah, roll an insight check.
Me too.
Hey! I get to re-roll those, though.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're halfling.
Hey! I don't get to re-roll them twice,
I
though.
think you... Do you get to re-roll them?
No. You have to go with the second score.
Oh,
You
is it?
have-
Okay, I thought it was a halfling thing. You
I just
always
rolled
re-rolled a one.
5 ones, like,
Wow.
totally. And I have a -1 on the
Yeah,
modifier.
Gotho, he looks like he's visibly like kind of it's whatever, it's fine. Fora, there's like a small, you can see like his lip quiver and like a waver in his voice. But he still looks kind of steadfast on that it's just a dream.
If you say so, my friend. Well, are we
Perhaps,
ready?
Yes.
perhaps we should stop sleeping here.
Well, I don't know about you, I can't walk 16 hours straight. The dreams are just a side effect. It's really...
Gotho can walk
nothing.
16 hours.
Well, I don't doubt that, my friend.
We could piggyback on Gotho and take turns.
Gotho cannot carry 2 people 16 hours.
Separately, Gotho.
Maybe.
He said maybe.
Yes, well, we can work that out the next time around. But now, the Tome of Knowledge. Yes, the Tome of Knowledge?
Green Tower.
Sounds good.
What about...
He's looking directly at Talon. Green Tower. Have you seen one?
A tower?
Mm-hmm.
Where?
Anywhere.
He
He's trying to describe it. What is... And he looks at Fora.
How do you say obelisk?
Obelisk.
Zing!
Yeah, he has to turn and ask her for the word, but then he turns back and says, "Green obelisk tower."
Yes.
Have you seen one?
Like-
Gotho sees it.
Like your
in
hand?
dreams. Same green.
Yes.
Gotho sees tower in dreams.
Quite close to where we are going, actually. Northeast of the city of Lansford, now hallowed. Secluded just below the Sunderbilg Mountain, east of the Grey Peak. There was... When I've been to the Grey Peak in the past to scout out where we're going, and if you travel along the mountain down a couple of 100 feet, in a small clearing, there is a large obelisk that color. Yes.
That tower wants me to come.
Oh, are you sure that's wise?
No.
Well,
Gotho just knows tower wants him there.
well, yes. Perhaps on your way to Tilstead, then.
Another to-do list.
We have 3 weeks to gather the tomes. There's no reason why you cannot take a week to travel to Tilstead. It's just, however you get to Podias, there is still that timeline.
Well, if we go to the tower, I will be by your side, Gotho.
Gotho think that may not be best place for you.
Why not?
I will protect her.
Finally finishing off the bun behind his Randall.
For the first time ever, Gotho actually registers and pays attention to what Randall is saying and says,
Yeah.
"You do that." Gotho may not be able to, and he like pulls up his hand and he's looking at it again.
What's wrong with your hand?
If Gotho knew the answer, he would tell you.
Oh.
Well, I know the answer to what's wrong with my hair, and that's nothing. It's perfect now. Look at it. You can't even tell where it was burned.
There's a very obvious spot on the back where there's like a hinge up that I can't quite see. Where the burn block is just sticking.
Gotho just immediately points at it and says, "Burn marks."
What? Where? Oh, damn.
And like feeling around.
For I couldn't trouble you for a mirror, could I? I mean, normally I don't carry one with me. Too much to assume?
It still looks
Much.
great to me, Randall.
I thought it would, my sweetheart.
Fora hoists her pack on her and gets everything collected and throws Jody's cloak over her shoulder and asks, Gotho, do you mind if I carry this for a while?
No, I'm sorry, say that again. I spaced out
Asking
for a
Do you
second.
mind if can I carry Jody's cloak with me for a while?
Okay.
Okay. Talon, are you ready?
Yes, Let's go. Yes? Kind of before he sets
As
off.
Talon finishes vaping.
Just Talon. Sorry, was just partaking in some cherry weed myself. That's why I said last time would have been perfect with Ugek, because I was just sitting there puffing on my vape the whole time, and he was.
we heard you.
He
the
was.
whole time.
Fuck! I didn't know it was that loud.
You can literally hear the.
In there's like a small like vape as it floats out on the wind.
An emission.
Talon just kind of a few more times. Right. Okay. Let's go. Right. And you guys set off on your way.
Randall makes sure his bag is above sand level. at
Okay.
this point.
Okay.
Good to go.
As you guys travel for roughly like, I mean, it feels like an hour, but also at the same time feels like forever. In reality, it's about 4 or 5 hours, somewhere in between. Finally, Talon just right. Okay. All right. Right here. And kind of starts drawing.
Gotho's taking a look around, because you said there's no landmarks or anything anywhere, right?
Yeah.
Just like sand in every direction.
Yeah, nothing.
It says, how can you tell this is the spot?
I just know. I've done this, many times.
You are lying.
No. Come. It's done.
Can I insight check his statement
Yeah, go ahead.
when he says he just knows?
Go ahead. 1 sec. I'm gonna roll this. Ooh. Okay. He seems to know exactly what he's doing, but also there's like a small like twinkle in his eye and a smile on his face, just hoping that you guys will accept the fact that he knows what he's doing. You kind of come. Let's stand in the circles. You guys all quickly stand in the circles, and
I would not trust a man who kills me in dreams either. And then he steps into the circle.
Could I be the one to step on the rock?
well,
Just curious.
there is no. You can't stand. Sure, give it a try. You have to smash it against your chest here.
Oh, I can smash it against my chest as well as the next man.
Oh, okay. Just make sure to vividly
Doesn't really wait for an answer.
Okay, you just
smashes it. Yeah.
smash. Okay.
Yeah.
As you do, like you can. It
arrive
feels.
at a bordello. No.
Yeah, right. It feels like there is a concussive force against your chest.
Jesus. Right.
You two, you guys immediately again just blink, and you're suddenly like you're on top of a snowy mountaintop. The wind just immediately buffeting you. You, Randall, you're kind of, for a moment, like as it hits you, you don't think you pressed that hard, but your shoulder just is sent reeling and spinning, and you're just kind of
Twist my body right
yeah,
around.
you're kind of spinning and spinning and spinning, until you fall flat on the ground. And the second, like as your face hits, you're immediately, it's really jarring because your face, you see the ground coming, you hit, and your eyes just open. You two standing across from Talons. Not too fun, is it?
Are we? Can I see the
you
other
can
two,
see
or is it just the
both
two
of them. You see both of them. The
Okay,
wind
so
immediately
all four of
hitting
us
you
are
as well.
here, but I just like arrived a half second later.
You arrived at the exact same time. It was just.
Randall, are you okay?
Never better, my dear.
Just like a mouthful of snow as I come up.
No, you're standing. You're standing. Your
Oh, so
face.
now I'm
Yeah, you
upright.
hit face
so I
down.
come down, I smash, and then almost like.
And that's
flip
why it's jarring, because it's like almost to you.
All right. If any of you ever get a chance to do what I just did, you have to try it. A bit jarring, but honestly, worth it.
I'll take your word for that.
Just
What's
like
next?
cherry weed.
Cherry weed, an excellent idea.
and begins packing his little pipe.
Fora elbows Gotho and goes to Gwen. So it's very cold here, yes?
Yeah, you guys are immediately
Fora,
met.
I
Like,
think would probably be exceptionally cold because she's more like hot.
yeah, you can. Well, I mean, like you're accustomed to hotter temperatures, but like you weren't born in the realm of fire or anything. Like
Right,
you're
right.
used to it getting a little chilly. Gotho, you're completely unaffected. You,
I'm
Randall.
used to the cold sea.
Yeah, you've
honestly.
got your armor on too.
Yeah.
So like you're okay for it. You can
I'm
wrap
padded
Jody's
up.
cloak around you.
Yeah, that's what she's gonna do.
Talon, you notice like he kind of like unbuttons, and there's just like a fur layer underneath his tunic. I would have given you time to prepare, but you said you wanted to go right now, so, right. Up there, and he points, and as you guys, like, kind of see where he's pointing, there is a small bridge.
Well done, Randall.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a small bridge, probably about 50 feet from where you are. As the wind, you can see it, like, swaying it, and it leads to another peak of the mountain that you guys are standing on. You can see, like, in front of you, probably about 50 feet up, there's a higher set of clouds. You know, there's 2 layers of clouds, the lower ones. As you look down, you kind of are standing on a cliff edge, and the lower set of clouds is just kind of softly passing through the mountain, some fog rolling off around. It's a bit colder than all of you are used to, and the wind is just kind of buffeting your faces and your bodies, almost blowing you off the cliff, but you stand strong. That's right. Temple?
Is there any type of plant life, like any type of flower that would grow on the mountaintop? Like
Roll me
this?
a perception check, just to look around.
Yeah.
Is you can look around. It's fairly easy to spot. It's just brown, dull rocks, snow, and layers of ice. There is no plant life growing up here. You kind of get the feeling you'd be too high for anything regular to grow.
Oh, Randall's good. Randall's good. No, we're on a cliff, mountaintop, right? And you said there's a long bridge going to another mountaintop.
Yeah,
like
it's like the different peaks of the mountain. Yeah.
Gotcha.
This is, and just for clarification, this is the mountains east of Grey Peak, correct? Or like the mountain's called Grey Peak?
Yeah, this is Grey Peak. Yeah.
Okay.
For what? I mean, if you take Talon for his word, yeah, this is Grey
The one
Peak.
the one that you've been pinging. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, to show.
I was just thinking, because like your description of where the green tower was is also very close by, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
To the northeast, right? Yeah.
And also because this mountain is like within like Gotho's very short lifespan, this is like within the area that he traveled. So he's kind of looking around thinking, this place.
Yeah, you've seen it from probably down below as you pass through Lanthavort, but if I'm not mistaken, you said you went through to Zalem, right? So
Correct.
You can kind of get the feeling like where he indicated would be like somewhere in between Lanthavort and Zalem. But he did say beneath these underbuilt mountains, so
Gotcha.
So
This is also disturbingly close to where Gotho's wizard's tower is located.
Talon just kind of.
Is there a building next to us on our mountain peak, or is it just a bare mountain peak with a bridge going to the next mountain?
Roll me another perception check really quick.
All right, cool.
You guys can all roll me perception checks too if you'd like to look. You can. It's kind of skirting around the cliff and looking and kind of just taking in all the sights. You see like a small path from behind where you are, and Talon's just kind of standing almost like in the way of it, but not really barring you. And it kind of leads down diagonally down, kind of in the same direction, and then you see like the small hint of maybe 2 or 3 torches in the roof of a building covered in snow.
Just on a first glance, it looks like that's how we would get down the mountain, but we kind of...
Yeah, somewhat, yeah, at least down to that area. And Talon, like, he's still pointing at the bridge, and the temple is across the bridge. I will cross with you, or wait in this tavern.
Across that bridge.
That bridge, yes. That's where the
The
temple
one
is.
that is swaying in the wind.
It's fine. I've been there once. It's nothing, really. Just hold on.
Oh, fuck no.
Why, I am half your size. I made it.
That's kind of
Probably
the
why you
point.
can fit on the bridge.
You're fine. It's okay.
I'm.
At this point, Randall addresses Gotho.
How is Gotho going to go
My
across
friend.
the bridge?
If you would cross the bridge first, we would know it would be safe for the rest of us. I assure you.
And I put my hand on his belt again.
Okay. Gotho just starts walking across the bridge.
Okay.
Gotho, be careful though. You
You'll
don't
be
know
fine.
When
for
it
it.
breaks, he's going to fall through this. She starts speaking bro.
This is utter bullshit that we should have to cross this bridge in order to get where we want to go.
She's growling again.
Yes. Gotho.
when she says that, he just kind of looks back and he says,
If only all bridges were optional. Sadly, that's not the case.
Be careful, my friend. Be careful.
Words of wisdom from Gotho. Gotho, as you kind of step, the bridge is swaying. Oh, what's up?
he walks across it with no hesitation, but he's also like tracing his hand on the rope, so if the bridge breaks, he's can quickly loop his hand through and hold it.
Yeah,
and
your
just walks
fingers
across.
kind of skirting along it as you kind of both arms outstretched. You can feel it like kind of pitching and swaying underneath you as you start to walk.
Good lord.
For like a moment, as you step closer to the middle, the pitch starts to get, like a little bit more heavy and aggressive, but you kind of grab onto the side and just pull forward, and after about 5 minutes, you guys just watch him cross with ease. As you step off the bridge, Gotho, as you were ascending, you can see up a small path. There is you can see the right side of a stone temple.
Okay. Up here on the mountain, you said the wind is blowing pretty heavily. I'm assuming, like, if it's blowing, and I had to walk for 5 minutes straight, so that's a long bridge. They couldn't hear me if I yelled, correct?
No, you're a well a ways now. You're on a different peak of the mountain
Can we
now.
see him?
Okay.
Can we see him, or is it literally just
Gotho,
back in the distance?
upon reaching the opposite end of it, Gotho pulls in a flint and a torch out of his bag and just lights the torch and holds it over his head.
Okay, both of you roll me perception checks. Okay.
What the hell is it?
It's somewhere.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
For
My perception has been...
snow kind of blowing your hair around. You can't really see anything. You kind of see him disappear like halfway on the bridge, and your nerves are like shot immediately. Randall, you too see him disappear halfway, but then you see like a faint glow just in the distance.
As soon as the glow sparks up,
There, see?
Where?
Through the snow, look.
You can see
I
it now.
can't see
Come
anything.
down here.
and I pull her down to my level.
There, see? Through the mist.
Oh.
Like I can see this torch just slowly.
Yeah, you can see it too. Like as he starts to like point it out and like puts his finger next to your eyeball and like directs where to look.
Getting unnaturally, unnervingly close.
Like right there. See?
Face smush. His tongue starts to.
Exactly. No, I'm role playing this. All right, I got this.
Listen. I'm just assuming what Randall would do.
I'm not. Hey, man.
If I ever have to roleplay Randall for a session, he's licking everything.
He's licking everything. I just want
A nice barrel.
Including his pillow.
including my pillow.
What do you guys want to do?
Fora has the distinct, like, cherry weed when he starts breathing on it. She's just like,
Have no fear.
cherry weed and alcohol.
Seeing that she's obviously had some trepidation, some fear about crossing this bridge, and I am so overcome with this, like the light on the other side. I say,
Come on, we can do this together. I will protect you, my dear.
You
I
do
grab
see
one
him.
of her hands and just kind of start.
Protect her from a bridge.
You do see him, though, don't you, Randall?
Come on, I do see him, my dear. He's right up there. Do you need me to go? Look in my eyes.
And I turn and I start walking backwards across the bridge.
Just look in my eyes. Don't look down.
Don't
Don't
look
down.
ahead of you.
We'll be fine.
Please
Yes.
look ahead of you.
No, we'll be fine. Come along. Come along.
I can't do this.
Alan, are you coming?
No. I must wait.
All right, you're
Well,
fine.
okay, I will
You
cross
stay
with you.
there.
You see him like kind of, because you're facing towards him. He's kind of like,
Yeah.
Oh, Nutter!
oh God, yes, okay.
Not let go of my hand, Randall.
And
Don't
he's like,
look down, my dear. Don't look down.
really
I
quickly.
speak a few words and cast a shield of faith around Fora.
There we are. We have a spell of protection around.
Okay,
No,
yes, of course. Because if we fall, this will help us.
Damn, Skippy. Come on, let's go.
All right.
As you get to like the middle of the bridge,
Oh, shit.
you can feel like his arm like, as like it's just kind of it gets again more aggressive. The pitch of the bridge. You guys
This
are walking
is where the fun begins.
backwards,
I can't do this, Randall. I can't.
further away from the middle.
She's like terrified right now.
Randall, give me a dex saving throw.
A dex saving throw? All right, we got this, dude. Psh, we got this. Oh, dex? Fuck me. All right.
For a moment, as you're saying it's fine, your foot,
It's fine.
but you quickly pull it back up as your foot just cracks through one of the boards, and then you quickly pull it back up, stepping, kind of keeping your momentum.
Don't stand there. Don't stand there. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Come along.
Fine. This is breaking.
This is fine. Well, if it breaks now, we're kind of fucked. So let's keep moving, yeah? Yeah? Gotho!
Like at this point, I'm yelling to Gotho, seeing how painful.
You can hear him now as he's
Now,
getting
can we
closer.
hear?
You can hear Gotho. You can hear Randall just fucking yelling as he comes across the last half of the bridge.
Gotho stands back up from he was sitting cross-legged in his meditation stance, and the torch, he's no longer holding it. He got bored holding it and just jammed it into the dirt next to him.
Okay.
But when he hears the yelling, he just stands back up and he kind of looks out to see how far across they are and kind of surmise what the situation looks like, but he knows that he weighs too much, so he doesn't want to step on the bridge.
They from where you can see them, they are 10 steps away from the edge. But Fora is looking down, and Randall is looking at her. You can see him slip through, and then they start to go slower.
So they're right there at the edge.
We're right there. Yeah.
Gotho just takes two steps onto the bridge and grabs them both and just yanks them back to the side.
You Randall, you just feel it out of nowhere. You feel as you're yanked backwards. Fora coming with you guys land on the snow, and
Did she land on top of me?
no.
He can't fall over because Gotho's maintaining.
Oh, okay.
He's
Yeah.
holding him up, right?
So Fora, you're
With Randall, he grabs him and just pulls him, but is holding him there. So his feet are still on the ground, but lightly, his toes are
Just
kinda
brushing
straight.
the snow.
dangling.
And then with Fora, he just pulls her by the elbow and he's come
Okay.
here. And just pulls them both off the bridge.
She wraps him in a gigantic bear hug. Thank you, Gotho.
She actually is her fingers don't reach. Her fingers don't reach. It's the attempted
that
bit.
again, Gotho. That was horrible.
Still suspended by Gotho's outreached arm, Randall brushes some snow that has accumulated on his shoulder.
You see? It's not all that difficult at all once you put your mind to it.
Talon, you absolute bastard! I'll get you for this.
You see Talon just kind of quickly. What? Right. That was scary. Did you punch the hole in it? Good one. Or is that always there? Hope that wasn't a prank.
Gotho's
I hate
looking
that
down
bitch.
at Fora while she's fuming and says, "Giant spiders, trolls, wizards," and then he puts his index finger on her forehead, and she sees him smiling, which is very rare, and he says, "But Fora is scared of bridge."
Fora is scared of bridge, Gotho.
Could you put me down now? That'd be great.
he lets go of Randall.
Well, let's get a move on then.
All right, you guys.
Talon, very quickly.
Oh yes,
Why didn't you warp us to this side of the mountain?
I can't.
Oh.
Why? I don't think I can. I don't know. It was just a bridge. It's fine.
Next time, try it out. We'll see how it works.
Just a bridge.
Yeah, I just didn't. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. It's just a bridge.
Mhm.
It says. Truth be told, I've actually never been on this side of the bridge. So, anyways, I'll wait here. And I can't enter with you, but I will enter. I'll give you half an hour. Go in, retrieve the tome, and come back out, and then we'll go to the tavern.
Why can Talon not come with us?
Well.
I'm inside checking whatever the heck he says.
Okay, yeah, make an insight check.
Honestly, I was going to ask.
Let me hear what he says.
Oh, okay.
first.
He's, well, I would rather not be a part of getting the tome. That I will take it home. I have to take it home to Minath, but
Well, to take the tome home, huh?
part of the acquisition process, it's I mean it could be messy, and I would,
See?
he seems like he's telling it. I mean, he seems sincere, not of any kind of malicious intent.
Just cowardly.
As far as you can see, it just seems like he has reservations about entering the temple. So
Man who is assassin of the hand
yes,
does not want to be messy.
Yeah. Gotho
Yes.
makes a good point.
we're very clean and precise. Thank you. And when I left the hand, I'm no longer part of the hand. Remember, it's not easy to leave the hand, but it's just I would rather stay here.
hand.
That's okay. You're capable. I barely did anything in the troll fight, and I had a broken leg.
The hand who attacked Gotho are not clean and precise.
Well, they might have been new recruits. I don't know. We got this.
By the way, you're a coward. You're not coming, right? Right.
Call me what you will.
Call you what I will. Coward, that's for sure.
Straightens himself up.
You guys starting to head towards the temple then?
No, and Gotho
I
hasn't
like
quite given up on the idea of Talon coming inside yet, so he
Okay.
says, "You should come and watch. At least if something happens, you will know."
Okay.
At least walk us to the entrance.
Okay, I will stay outside the
Okay.
entrance though.
You can go back and tell your talking house and talking cat how we died. And then Gotho starts walking towards
Well,
the temple.
Randall lights a pair of torches from his bag off of Gotho's torch.
Okay.
And hands one to Fora.
Okay,
So
you guys are all down one torch. Just mark that in your bag, by the way. So you guys kind of make who's in the front, by the way?
I believe Gotho said he was.
Yeah, Gotho's taking.
Gotho, then Fora will be. Well, Fora's right behind Gotho.
Okay, and then we'll say Randall and Talon.
Randall in the rear.
And you can kind of see it. You can all kind of see just the right corner, like there's part of the peak blocking your way of the temple. As you guys slowly ascend, making your way up.
Ooh, real quick, I don't think I had a torch to. Did Randall give everyone torches?
Yeah, I had 2 torches
you?
in my
Okay.
explorer's pack, and I
Cool,
lit
because
2
I was like, I didn't have a torch to begin with. Okay.
You all kind of make your way up. It takes a couple moments. The temple is like deceivingly close. And as you start to pass the peak, you go through. You're met with this like intricate, beautiful temple. 4 pillars marking the entrance. A large, like 3 times your size entrance in the middle of it. A nice like triangle dome. It seems to be carved of like marble or something resembling marble. 2 braziers lit on both right and left, just kind of roaring with fire, and then 2 smaller torches that seem unaffected by the wind at the entrance. And you kind of round the corner of this peak, and Fora, you round it as well. Randall, as you round the corner, it's a familiar temple.
Yeah.
But this one intact, not...
I stopped dead in my tracks as soon. I mean, basically, we were seeing the front of this temple
Yeah.
from the same angle that I saw it from in my dream.
Yeah, you are essentially standing in the exact spot.
Does Fora see him stop?
No, I'm in the rear.
Right.
Gotho
That's
was actually already going to ask him because the dream is fresh, or like the idea of the dreams is fresh in Gotho's mind, and he remembers that Randall mentioned a temple. So he was already planning to turn around and ask. So as soon as like we get to that spot, Gotho's already turning and I guess sees Randall stop in his
Randall is
tracks.
just kind of frozen, and you can just see his eyes just like quickly tracing over every detail of the temple in front of him, like just straight up fear on his face, very open about the whole thing.
Yeah,
But
Gotho
not
doesn't-
saying anything, just completely taken in, trying to find every detail as though something is about to just happen at any moment.
Gotho doesn't say anything either, but
What is it?
if Randall's paying attention, he sees that Gotho's just making eye contact with him. Like, I get it.
You
And
should
then
be wary.
Why are we stopped?
This is the temple from Randall's dream.
Oh.
I then continue moving to where I'm going to be in the front. I just cut around and just without nodding, like that's just like fact.
Yeah.
That Gotho said that. It's I pull my shield off of my shoulder and sink it in my arm into the straps, and pick up my battle axe off my hip.
Okay.
Take the lead. And
Okay, you kind of go out in front of Gotho, walking
yeah,
up.
since they both stopped to look, I just kind of
And
Be wary, my friend.
Gotho's
Oh,
gonna
you're coming too.
Gotho's gonna unsling the hammer as he follows.
Okay.
Temple or no, he doesn't
kind
care.
of- you guys kind of hear from behind you. You're like, as Talon just kind of, I don't know what's wrong, but okay. You guys slowly make your way up, and you, like Randall, now seeing the pillars that had fallen over. They are now upright. It seems almost serene despite the wind just kind of whipping past your faces now as you come closer. You can now see, like, as you get closer, the top of the pillars are kind of inlaid with this beautiful gold. They have small, draconic, kind of insignias overlapping over the top of the ridges of the temple. You have, like, a dragon kind of circling over, and then its head circling backwards, looking at itself. The
can I do
bottom
an
follows
insight
suit.
or a religion check to see if I know what temple this is? Whose
Okay.
I
temple
was
is
going to ask that as well.
Yeah, you can. If you want to make
Would it
religion
be
checks. go ahead.
religion?
Yeah,
Would
just
it
a
be
religion check. You
hello.
both immediately
Your
recognize the symbol of the dragons and and the way that the stone is wrought.
That's perfectly accurate.
It is a clearly defined
Insight.
also by the book, also wrapped in dragons. It is a temple of knowledge that is dedicated to Ogma, the god of knowledge.
Randall gestures to one of the dragons and said, "In my dream, I believe one of those turned up. Only it was bigger and really pissed off." He moves past. "I would be wary."
Gotho is always wary.
Touche.
It's so quiet in here. I don't like it.
You guys
It's
make
still
your
so
way up the steps. Seemingly, like as you get closer again, it's the pillars like 10, 12 times your size, Gotho. The entrance now seemingly it was 3 or 4 times your size. It is massive, monolithic almost, as if it was built to fit a god. As you kind of cross over the threshold, and Talon, right, I'll be right here. Good luck. And you all kind of enter in.
You might want to hide, my friend.
Well, we're not expecting anyone. And like, as you guys have stepped over the threshold, and as he says that, and you're staring at him from over the steps, as the stone wall, a door behind you, in a deafening crash, it kind of knocks you guys off balance, just completely crashes down. Silence.